What's happening, people? Back with another reaction, back with some more Japan. And we're returning to Adolescent Sex, 1978. Luca is right below my chair. And the next track is Television. It's a single word title, and those are tough to get a read on because there's no additional context, but obviously television as a technological device, as a cultural phenomenon, as an intellectual or anti-intellectual aspect of modern society, it is of course something that many people have spilled a whole lot of ink and spent many hours talking about, and it can be viewed more positively or negatively. I feel like in a lot of conversations about culture and society, and by people at different ends of societal or cultural spectrums, different parts of society, it is often spoken of critically, but of course there are compelling, entertaining, and in some cases informative productions that can be seen on a television, and in some ways it can connect people from far-flung, distant places because they have similar experiences. They're seeing the same things. They can, of course, enjoy parts of artistic expression that they might otherwise be cut off from, or that were not as disseminated en masse as they have been in the era of television. Nevertheless, I wonder what kind of statement we might be making here, knowing that this album has a bit of a, what's the right word, a spikiness, a youthful, rebellious streak. I do wonder whether it will actually be more critical. I'll try to catch what I can. This is Japan. Hello, Luca. Make sure I do not touch you with the chair. Yes, this is Japan. The track is Television, and it's from their 1978 album, Adolescent Sex. Psychedelic, jazzy, and bluesy, all within the first 45 seconds.
Apologize again. Time after time after time, the conversation drifts. No general direction. Jar love is keeping me from balance. Talking and talking is all you ever said. You know it's all you want. All you want. It's all you want. All you no surprises, loving always sex on the carpet, antagonist on rising. You know you try to categorize me, cause it's something I ever want, and just it's all you want, all you want. It's all you want, all you want. But you're changing my love, cause I want less television. love shed in your face and you still come a smile and you got nothing to believe in. Diversity again, breathing. It's all you want, all you want, all you want, all you want. Ah, they said it's all you want, all you want. Smile. Insomnia sleeps with your nights. You got commercial sex appeal in sterile black and white. You got glorious colorless motion. From real to real you run. Nocturnal television, internal sanctum. It's all you want, all you want. It's all you want, all you want. Changing my love, 'cause I want your television. I said you're changing my love, 'cause I want your television. Nocturnal television, nocturnal television, nocturnal television. It's all night and day. It's all night and day. Nocturnal television, nocturnal television. It's all you ever wanted. It's all you ever wanted. Nocturnal television, the fucking television. It's all you ever wanted. It's all you ever wanted. It's all you ever wanted.
so much to say, and I'll probably forget half of it by the time I start getting some of it out. But okay, number one, as I said very early on, there's a mixture of stylings here. As I mentioned, there's some jazzy feel to it. There's definitely a bluesy feel to a lot of the guitar. There's a psychedelic sound with some of the electric sonics, and indeed, right away, it kind of reminded me of is it Fly Like an Eagle? There's like Steve Miller Band where there's those like laser type sounds, but by the end, again, we have like a computer bleepy type of sound, and there's some other elements I think you can hear as the electrical signals of a television broadcast. There's definitely a funky feel, which is very much in line with a lot of the album. So yeah, there's different sonic ingredients here. I do think it comes together well. Once again, Sylvian's vocals have that sneer to them. They have that, sort of like being derisive almost. I enjoy what I caught from the lyrics, which seems to indeed be a commentary about television in terms of what it represents, what it's offering, its cultural impact, the idea that it can let you live vicariously, it can beam things right into your home, it can give you a range of experiences without you actually having them. In a way, it sort of reminds me, in the bits that I caught, not terribly far away from a Thompson Twins reaction I did recently, but ultimately, I feel like it's saying more than that. And indeed, there was a line about, what was it, like sex on the carpet, which like makes me think of people who are in front of a television and maybe having that type of intimacy, but in a way like, they're cooped up in their room, or they're just, maybe they're watching like commercialized sex. I think he made a reference to the idea of like selling sex through the television, which feels like maybe there is something going on conceptually in terms of the album title overall. The fact that, young people are being sort of brought up to, be part of this commercialization, this exploitation of human existence, human intimacy, and so on, that is now being packed into this little square-shaped screen in front of them. But yeah, so basically I feel like it's a commentary on television, broadcasts, and the, sort of attempt to not only make money off of, but reduce a wider range of human experience to what can be broadcast over a certain amount of time, and what can be beamed into people's homes directly, and to ultimately make them buy products that are sponsoring these programs, but also like what's happening on the other side of the screen, what's happening with people who are being inundated with these broadcasts and these electrical beams, if you will. So yeah, there's parts of the lyrics that I didn't hear clearly, but yes, the television, effing television, as I think he said at one point, is obviously the central node of meaning here. I will say there was a point where I thought like, because I could hear the background television, there was like a supporting vocal, but when Sylvian was saying it, there was a moment where I was like, is it television, salvation, salivation? Like, there were a couple moments where I thought like maybe there were other variants, but I think for the most part he was just saying television, right? So again, maybe he was like, playing, like rhyming words with the title of the track, the idea that television is this salvation for people who are, bored or needing some form of input that then can, become the focus of their life. Like salivation, maybe, you're salivating at the commercialized sex that you're seeing, but I think I was mishearing that. I think that was an audio malapropism. Either way, a crazy song, a long song. I want to say like 7 minutes, something like that. In fact, over 9. It was even longer than I thought. In fact, it didn't feel quite that long. Like, sometimes I have a reasonable sense of how long what I just heard was, and in this case, it didn't feel like it was quite that long, so that's interesting. Nevertheless, an interesting tune. When we come back to this album next time, and I feel like we are getting closer to the end of it, there's 2 more in here, and one of them seems to be a bonus tune, a re-recorded version of Adolescent Sex. But the next, and I suppose final track on the proper album is State Line. Let me make sure this is right. Showing the album art. Is that? No, it's just, they're all showing the main, like the front cover. But yes, I'm assuming the final track is State Line, which I suppose I'll think about it between now and then and when I come back to do that reaction. But in the moment, I don't quite know what to make of that title. So, in any case, let me know what you think. I will see you next time. Peace.